Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Well, not morning. Sorry, I forgot. I'm used to saying good morning. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Steam Prison. Today, I finally have time to stream more, so we're gonna be doing Finn's route. Yay! Not gonna lie, I didn't expect to have a stream today, so if I sound kind of woozy, please be kind to me because I really didn't expect I'll be able to stream today. So yeah, let's go. Finn. Or Finn. I think we have to start a new game. Yeah, we need to start a new game for Finn's route. So no. Skip. Let's skip that so I don't get demonetized. I am so excited for this, honestly. Like, you don't even understand. Like, I have been loving and hating him a lot throughout this game, and now we can finally romance him. This is such a monumental day for me. I just adore him so much. I don't want to give up the chase, but returning the bag was our top priority. As I turned, a large shadow loomed beside the man.
逃がさない!
Shadow was Finn. He slammed into the man's side and pinned him to the ground.
お前には黙秘権がある。供述は法廷でお前に不利な証拠として用いられることがある。お前には弁護士の立ち会いを求める権利がある。
Finn read the man his rights, restraining him despite his struggles. I watched them as I picked up the bag. Nice work, Finn.
ありがとうございます。カバンの方は無事なようで何よりです。
Yeah, let's return it to its owner.
わかりました。さあ。
The man was kneeling on the ground. Finn made him get to his feet. By the way, for people who don't know, this part is when we were chasing a pickpocket in the height, back before we got exiled. The man moved slowly, resigning to his fate. Finn took a deep breath. I saw something white in his hair and reached for it. What?
どうしました?
There's something in your hair. A feather?
ああ、途中、鶏の飼育小屋を抜けたからですね。
What a cutie. A chicken shed?
ええ、隠し通路というか近道があって、そこを通ればこの大通りへ容易に出られるんです。
I see, a geographical advantage.
かっこよく言えばそうかもしれませんね。恥ずかしいです。
Finn laughed uncomfortably and ruffled through his own hair. Alright, let's go back to the lady.
はい。
This is when he saw like the wedding dress we're supposed to pick up for our wedding with another man. And then he said we're pretty.
綺麗だと思います。ものすごく。
Is that the truth? He's mumbling. I didn't want to doubt him, but he seems like the type to lie so as to not hurt someone's feelings. I suspected he wasn't telling the truth. Then, is that the truth?
当然です。具体的にあれこれ言えたらいいんですけど、うまく言葉が出てこなくて、お綺麗です。本当に。
Oh, baby.
例えるなら、妖精のようです。童話に出てくるような清らかで美しい凛とした妖精です。
Such a sweetheart.
はい。
Finn mumbled an apology. It amused me to see his large frame fidget around uncomfortably. I laughed.
すみません。妖精だなんておかしかったですよね。変なことを言ってすみません。
It's not. How often are you planning to apologize? Oh, I suppose you must be telling the truth. Thank you, Finn.
あ、はい。どういたしまして。
Pretty dark. He always walks us home and to the workplace. He's just such a good boy.
おはようございます。
together? We don't have time to think. According to the instruction letters, departure was imminent. This part is when we were almost promoted to rank 2 officers. So we were tasked to go to the depths to look at what is in the depths. And we're both scared to go. We'll investigate together. Come on, Finn.
あ、はい。何も起こらないといいのですが。
Space inside could fit 3 or 4 people comfortably. It was completely empty. There wasn't even any dust. So, what are we supposed to do now? Sure. Glass door closed again, and the floor began to tremble. As we descended, the light dimmed until it was gone completely. Is this the lift? Being moved by the vibrating mechanism was very unsettling. Baby, are you gonna throw up? Honey. Sweetie, come on. Pull yourself together. And then this is when we're in the depths, and then Zaxxon tries to kill the boy, and we fight him because he shouldn't, oh no, he wasn't trying to kill the boy. He was trying to take the boy's hand away for bumping into us, which is crazy. He didn't even steal anything, he just bumped into us. There's an option for that? Leave the room with sword? Something feels very wrong. I remembered my mother's distress before I went to bed. I want to believe I won't need this, but just in case. I took my sword and left the room. The house was dark and quiet, as I would have expected. But the silence feels wrong. I had a sensation of someone lurking in the darkness. I touched the hilt of my sword, hoping I was wrong. I had taken a short sword from my room. Normally I carried a long sword, but it would have been unwieldy inside the house. This one will be more comfortable here. Of course, not having to use it would be the best. I saw a beam of light on the floor. Apparently there was light in one of the rooms. A parlor? Is someone in there, or... I edged closer to the door, prepared for whatever might happen. Looked around. There was nobody else. Did someone forget to turn off the lights? I still didn't know what the noise had been, but nothing looked out of the ordinary. Maybe it was the wind, but... My foot hit something, and I looked down. Why is there a knife here? I sensed something behind me and turned around, sword drawn. Just barely, I managed to block the blow of his weapon. I feel like this is the grand ending. Maybe I should stop here. I'm gonna pull up the Steam walkthrough just in case and see if I should. Maybe I should have left the room, right? Did I say? Maybe just leave the room. House was very dark at night and as quiet as always. Okay, this is the same as usual. Okay. I feel like that would be like the grand ending, so let's wait for that. I don't know, but it's about to...
俺にはわかりません。でも、良くない状況だということはわかります。
Basically...
世間に知れれば、真っ先に疑われるのはあなただ。
So basically, we got hit in the back of the head and we pass out. And wake up again in the morning to Finn knocking the door, like waiting to pick us up. And we told him, like, hey, I found our parents that are dead. And this is how he reacts. Hi?
隠蔽するんです。誰にも知られなければ罰せられることはありません。
Aha, interesting, babe. You're crazy, low-key. Consider it. Hiding the corpses. If we hide the corpses and nobody finds them, then it's right. They will suspect me first. How would I have looked at the How would I have looked at the situation as an outsider? I would have, without a doubt, thought that Kiros Stella was the perpetrator. I had no alibi or credible defense. This evidence was overwhelming. However, hiding them isn't the end of it. My father was a politician. Others would quickly notice his disappearance. Think about it. I can't hide them. I should report it. I calmly continued despite Finn's astonishment. I will tell Sir Cordoa how I found them. That's the best course of action.
ダメだダメだダメだダメだダメだダメだダメだこの状況あなたはきっと有罪になるそんなこと耐えられない
I doubted myself when I looked into his eyes, filled as they were with doubt and anguish. Are you expecting me to lie forever? Let's assume we managed to hide them. Are you telling me to keep saying I don't know why both my parents suddenly disappear? I can't do that. I love my parents. I don't want to hide them somewhere out of sight. I want to bury them in the Stella family grave.
ご両親はあなたが犯していない罪に問われることをどう思うでしょう
I don't know. I can hardly ask them now. I don't think they would want me to hide their corpses, though. Then, whatever you say, I intend to report the truth.
ですが
Be so obstinate. We're police officers and we're sworn to justice. What would the people think, knowing I have broken my vows? Kiros, I swear you have a stick up your ass, girl. Whatever the situation, I have to face it proudly. Don't you think so too?
そうですね
I reluctantly agreed, but remained dissatisfied. No, not dissatisfied. Well, Finn was worried about me. Don't look at me like that. Justice will prevail. Truth will prevail.
はい差し出がましいことを言ってしまいすみ
Sorry. That's alright. I know you're just worried about me, right? I really appreciate it. Thank you, Finn.
君が今言ったことは全部本当なのかああ
Skip. There she is. Steps echoed throughout the chapel. Chapel? Chapel? Chapel. Finn and I barely had a chance to stand before they had us surrounded. Manga! Cute! What is this? I didn't understand what was going on. I looked around, confused by the hostile glares being aimed at us.
キーレス・ティステラキーフ・ティステラおよびミスティ・ティステラ殺害犯としてお前を逮捕する
I'm under arrest?
そんな何かの間違いだ彼女はやっていない
黙れ下級警察官こちらには揺るぎない証拠が複数ある公務執行を妨害するならば資格を剥奪するぞ
俺は
It's okay, Finn. Let's follow their orders. I don't want you to lose your job because of me.
でも
Finn, you said you trust me. You really meant that, didn't you?
はいもちろんです
And I can accept my fate. If there is someone who believes me, I can accept it.
ですがやってもいない罪を着せられるなんて不条理です
I know, but I can't fight my way out of this. No matter what they say, I'm innocent. I'll never confess to killing my parents. Clear my name someday, and I want you to be there when that happens.
話は済んだか行くぞ
待て彼女を連れて行くな
お前は
殺したのは俺だ
Stop. I was wondering how they're gonna like charge him with the murder, but I didn't expect him to just like yell out, "Yo, I killed him!" Honey.
彼女の父親と母親を殺したのは俺だ現場にナイフが落ちてただろあれで殺した連れて行くなら俺を連れて行け
Finn, what are you?
騙してすみませんでもこれが真実です すみません。
誰かこいつを連行しろ。
Two officers began to lead Finn away. He never turned back. Did Finn really? I wasn't the only one surprised by this. The other officers were also stunned by the sudden confession.
一度犯人と断定した以上野放しにはできない。キルス・ティステラ、容疑者としてお前も拘置所へ連れて行く。
Alright. There was no reason for me to attempt an escape, but they still shackled me. He's just following regulations. I would have probably done the same in his stead, I thought. I would not have had a shred of doubt, believing I was in search of justice. In service of justice. And now I...
お前が無罪だと決まったわけではない。おとなしくしていることだ。
I know that. I whispered and listened to his fading footsteps. I put a lot of criminals in here. I know the building. It was in the holding cell designed to keep prisoners, I think. Leading them to these cells was a task given to rank 1 officers. I didn't know much about what was done with them afterwards. I wouldn't have expected to stay in here myself as a suspect. Well, I guess being a suspect is better than being convicted. Problem was Finn. Closed my eyes and tried to remember his sudden confession of guilt.
殺したのは俺だ。彼女の父親と母親を殺したのは俺だ。現場にナイフが落ちてただろ。あれで殺した。連れて行くなら俺を連れて行け。
My honey. The simple confession had rung true and yet confounded me. He really killed my parents? Vigorously shook my head to dispel this ludicrous idea. Never do that. There's nobody I trust more than him. Must be lying to help shoulder the blame. He's doing it to protect me, I reasoned. Then, what have you done? Would have probably suffered adverse consequences anyway. But now he was going to take the fall for me. I can't let you do this. I want to talk about the murder of my parents. Finn Euclid isn't the murderer. The one who killed Keith Tistella and Misty Tistella was me. Oh no, not the both of you fucking saying you're the murderer. Gosh, you guys.
なんだと?
I'm telling you that I'm the murderer. I killed my parents with my very own hands. I used the knife. I knew it and tried to take the blame, but I did it. He's completely uninvolved. Please set Finn Euclid free.
いいや、認められない。フィン・ユークレースの自供は正しく、奴の犯行として容疑は固まりつつある。
What? You can't be serious.
真実だ。数日中に処理され、奴は罪人として下界へ追放されるだろう。警察官の肩書きを持つ者が殺人とは嘆かわしい。
Wait. His confession. Why were they believing him so readily, and more than me? He hadn't done anything. Why is this? Few days later.
キルス・ティステラ、起きろ。立て。今から会議場へ連行する。
Assembly?
そうだ。今日の午前、新会員の会議場でフィン・ユークレースの公判がある。
A trial, huh?
ああ。キーフ・ティステラ、ミスティ・ティステラの殺害容疑の件だ。 こういった事件の場合、通常は公判なしで下界へ送られるが、彼はかのユークレス商会の一族ということで特別に行われることになった。ついてはお前には被害者の遺族として出てもらう。
The victims?
親殺しの男、憎むべき相手だ。かつてのパートナーに裏切られるとは滑稽だな。
I'm so curious because the reason why the trials for us was so expedited was because they want us in the depths. But how come Finn's trial is also proceeding really fast? I don't get it. Not former. He's still my partner. And he didn't betray me. There's nothing funny about this.
うるさい女だ。さあ、行くぞ。ついてこい。
He's a dick.
さあ、到着だ。
We reached the assembly hall inside the temple. Here, the politicians representing different districts gathered every day to decide the future of our country. I haven't been here in a long time. The politicians were almost all hereditary nobility, but the Stellas were no exception. My father's father had been a politician before him, and they had expected the same of me. Right. I was here on my 10th birthday. It said it would help me understand our society. And now, 8 years later, my father was no longer there to lead me by the hand. I walked on, feeling suddenly depressed and lonely. The curious gaze of the people fell on me. I felt naked and exposed.
ここに立て。
Officers had led me towards the back on the right-hand side. A curiously empty chair awaited me among the occupied ones. Chair for the victim. I stopped and looked around the room. All the people were of different ages and wore different clothes. Few of them looked to me like temple employees, which means there's such a large audience.
普段はもっと少ない。ユークレースが関わっているからだろう。
They're hoping for a spectacle. Trials were no joke. The defendant's future depended on it. I struggled to suppress my growing anger and looked at them in turn. Is that Lord Warner there? Warner Evans. He was the father of my former fiancé, Fitzgerald Evans. Why is he
エヴァンス様は貴族院議員の長。こう。
speaker? So he will be the judge here. Why had the engagement between me and Fitzgerald been called off? Perhaps he can tell me if I ask him. But I had more important things to worry about.
どうやら始まるようだな。
Commotion rippled through the crowd and police officers emerged. And they were leading Finn to the front. His face was expressionless and impossible to read. I had never seen him like that. It hurt like a knife to the chest.
今からキーフ・ティステラおよびミスティ・ティステラ殺害の公判を始める。
Sorry.
まず宣誓を。フィン・ユークレース、この宣誓書を読み上げなさい。
私フィン・ユークレースは良心に従い何事も隠さず真実を述べ偽りを述べないことを誓います。
よろしい。ティステラ家夫妻の殺害についてだが、
俺がやった。
Honey!
何度も言っているのになぜ疑うんだ。あなたたち政治家は忙しいはず。こんな裁判時間の無駄だ。
And
皆さん静粛に。物事には全て理由が存在する。君が夫妻を殺した理由は そこにいるキルス・ティステラから両親を奪った理由を教えてくれないか。
I was stunned to see him pointing at me and averted my gaze. He didn't kill them! He can't have a reason! I suppressed the urge to yell at them. When I slowly raised my head, I looked into Finn's eyes. I knew that he was fully committed to shouldering the blame. No, they will punish him for it. I had to stop it, I thought. Lord Warner,
俺はキルスを愛している。だから殺した。
Honey! Not the time, but honey! Alright.
俺はキルスを愛している。だから殺した。
I love him.
静粛に静粛に。
Lord Warner attempted to silence the crowd unsuccessfully.
フィン・ユークレス、君は自分が何を言っているのか分かっているのか。
もちろん分かっている。俺は混乱していない。ここにいる誰よりも冷静だ。真実を述べることを先制させただろう。だから正直に言ったんだ。彼女を愛していると。
政府の定めに反した恋愛は大罪だぞ。ユークレース商会の面目のためにも撤回しなさい、フィン・ユークレース。
いや、俺はもう偽りも隠しもしない。俺はキルスが好きだ。キルスのことを心から愛している。キルスを誰にも渡したくない。それなのに俺は結婚相手に選ばれなかった。選ばれたのはフィッツジェラルド、ウォーナー・エヴァンス、あなたの息子だ。どうして俺じゃないのか、なぜ彼なのか、ずっと悩み、苦しんで苦しんで苦しんで、ある日ふと思いついた。彼女を連れ去ろうと。
連れ去る？一体どこへ行くつもりだったのだ？
決めていなかった。そんなことは一切考えなかった。彼女さえいればどんな場所でだって幸せに暮らせると信じていたから。そしてあの日連れ去ろうと忍び込んだ時、彼女の両親と遭遇してしまった。説得しようとしたものの失敗し、通報すると脅され、だから俺はキーフ・ティステラとミスティ・ティステラを殺した。
I knew that he hadn't done it, but he said it with such conviction that it seemed to stab at my heart. But more importantly, he loves me?
今言ったことは全て真実だ。だから早く楽にしてほしい。俺を
議員に次ぐ。この中でフィン・ユークレースの無罪を支持する者は？
Lord Warner looked at the assembly members. Nobody so much as raised a hand.
それでは判決を下す。フィン・ユークレース、ティステラ夫妻殺害および法廷外恋愛の罪によりお前を下界送りに。
Wait!
傍聴は許可されているが、君に口を挟む権限はないぞ。
You can't do this. I'm part of the family of the victims. You need to let me speak. Finn didn't kill my parents. The murderer is still out there.
ほう。では誰が殺害したと？
I don't know, but it can't be him. Finn Euclase is innocent.
いいえ、俺は有罪です。
Why are you...
俺はあなたを愛しているから、どのみち裁かれなくてはいけない。あなたが掲げる正義に反した思いを抱いているから。ですからこれでいいんですよ。
Finn, but you...
フィン・ユークレースを下界送りとする。
Wait, wait. Finn was being led away by police officers. The hall was unruly, but Finn left it as dignified as could be hoped for.
キルス・ティステラ、こちらへ。君の無罪が確定したため、放免とする。依存は
Yes, he...
有罪だ。判決はもう覆らん。おとなしく受け入れろ。それが死んだ両親のためだ。
How could you know that? Finn hadn't killed my parents. Trial had brought closure to absolutely nothing. Can't be. Can't be, can't be, can't be. Finn had been lying. He couldn't have done it. Finn didn't kill them, so why did they have to send him to the depths? He was probably lying about being in love with me as well, so that they'd sentence him. I don't want him in that primitive land. I won't let him suffer there. I'll get him back. I can still make it. They're still in session. Good. I looked for someone in the crowd. Here. Lord Warner, do you have a minute?
君か。どうした
Can't agree with the trial's conclusion. He isn't the type of person to murder someone. He would never have hurt my parents. It's impossible. Someone else must have done it. I request a retrial.
ならん。容疑者が犯行を認め、議会が承認した以上覆すことはできん。くどいぞ、ティステラ君。我々は忙しいのだ。一つの犯罪に構っている時間はない。奴は下界に行き、罪を償う。本件はそれで終わりだ。
Can't overturn a conviction? I didn't want Finn to suffer for something he hadn't done. May I speak to Finn then?
彼と犯罪者と確定した以上、面会はならん。そういう決まりになっている。
I know that. That's why I'm asking you personally. He was a good partner to me. I'd like to say goodbye at the very least. I need that closure.
話したところで判決は
I know that. I'd just like to talk to him. Please, Lord Warner? Lord Warner considered it and eventually nodded.
拘置所には私が伝えておく。夕方頃、出向くといい。
Lord Warner!
議長権限を行使した特例だ。口外はしないよう。いいな。
He seems so nice here. And he's hot. Which makes it really easy to like him. I know. Thank you so much.
愚かな。話したところで何かが変わるわけではないというのに。
Few hours later. It was evening. I went to the detention block as bidden. I was no longer a suspect, and the police officer serving there treated me with improved manners. I had the vague and uncomfortable feeling that he was trying to make up for his previous behavior as he led me to Finn.
どうぞ。こちらです。
Door opened. Finn sat on a chair with both his hands shackled. That's odd. Alright. When he noticed me, his eyes snapped open.
キルス、どうしてここへ
What do you think? To see you. Finn mumbled in disbelief and looked at the floor. He looked pained and extremely tired. He agreed to give us time alone. Rest easy. He sat down on the visitor's chair and looked at him. His hands were tied to the chair. There were no marks on his wrists. He didn't seem to have resisted at all. Why? You're innocent. How I wished What? How I wish to hold his hand like he had. Oh, how I wish to hold his hand like he had done in the chapel. But alas, we were so close and yet so far. Then tell me, why did you say all that?
あんなこと
But my parents, I know you didn't kill them. Another Shiji?
そもそも俺は許されない罪を犯しています。殺人罪を背負ったところで罪人であることに変わりはない。むしろ清々しました。俺が背負うことによってあなたを無罪にできた。あなたの役に立てて俺は幸せです。
Honey, why do you look like you have a bowl cut here, babes? Oh, honey. Then why?
あなたを愛しているからです。
Oh, the way the voice actor says that always makes my heart flutter. It's crazy. And grimaced at me and continued.
あなたは俺のことを何とも思っていませんけど。あの場で言ったことは本心です。嘘偽りなく。俺はキルスのことが好きです。
Stop it.
下級警察官となり、あなたのパートナーに選ばれた。強い眼差し、揺るぎない信念。才能のない俺にとって、あなたは憧れの存在でした。その背中を追うだけでなく、隣に立ちたい。足を引っ張るのではなく、手となり役に立ちたい。そう思って、思い続けて。思うだけではいられなくなった。
Don't say anymore.
ずっとずっと好きで、大好きで、誰よりも近くにいたいと願っていた。この甘く苦しい感情は、キルスにしか湧き上がらない。これは紛れもなく、愛だ。
Sis,
俺はあなたを、愛しています。
this is a serious crime, Finn. You're a police officer. You've arrested many others for their mistaken love.
ええ。だから後ろめたかったです。俺と彼らには何の違いもない。拘束し、遠い地へ送られるべき対象なのは、俺も同じなのにと。
People are the country's foundation, and population control makes the foundation strong. Temple assigns a fiancé to control the population. A love that contravenes the great plan is therefore a crime. I always believed in it. I still believed in it. I could not question it. Again and again I had been taught how important a law it was. Finn has broken that law. Be very stubborn. He wasn't going to change his mind. I know, I knew. Perhaps we should never have met. Don't say that! That's like the worst thing you can say to someone who loves you. I would have liked to change the past then, to find some way that would let him escape his sentence. I'm sorry, Finn. All that deliberation ultimately led to an apology. Finn laughed in response.
それは、何に対しての謝罪ですか?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand how you felt. I always...
ねえ、俺はいいパートナーでしたか?
Honey, why are you talking like they're gonna murder you? Stop! Please, I can't take it. I swear if there's like no happy ending in his route, I'm going to lose my mind. Huh?
俺のことを一人の男として見ていなかったあなたにとって、俺はいい同僚でしたか?
Of course, I couldn't have hoped for a better one.
そうですか。光栄です。ありがとうございます。
Then laughed softly and looked at the ground.
俺は、卑しい人間ですから、少し期待していたんです。あなたの結婚相手に選ばれるのではないかと。 でも無理でした。俺の元に届いた通知書にあなたの名前はなかった。下界へ行くのも存外悪くありませんね。望んでいなかった結婚をする必要がなくなりますから。あなたのことを思いながら朽ちていける幸せを見出せそうです。
Honey, why are you so emo? And why am I eating it up? What are the others going to do? Like your family?
さあ、それを決めるのは俺ではありませんから。
Does it matter to you?
冷たいかもしれませんが、昔からずっと俺はユークレース家のお荷物でした。だから家族に対する未練はあまりありません。さようなら、俺が愛した大事なキルス。
Nee. Nothing useful came of that, and ultimately. Not that there would have been anything I could have done if I had known how he felt. Still, it hurt me that I hadn't noticed. He had always been with me. I thought I had known when he would laugh, when he would be in trouble, when he'd be happy. But in the end, I didn't understand him at all, did I? I returned to my family's home for the first time in days. My servant awaited me when I opened the door. I talked to her and requested solitude until I felt better. Then I sent her home. Before she left, she gave me a letter. It was addressed to me. The sender was Finis Euclid, Finn's father. No doubt he was writing to me about Finn's crimes.
冷たいかもしれませんが、昔からずっと俺はユークレース家のお荷物でした。だから家族に対する未練はあまりありません。
It felt depressing to remember what he had said to me in the detention cells. I'll read it later. I put this letter down on the table inside. When I held my breath, I couldn't hear anything in the house. No talking, no footsteps, nothing. It was all gone. I steeled myself and walked into the silence. My footsteps had never echoed in such a loud and obnoxious way before. Temple had been here. There was no trace of my parents where they had laid on the floor. All the blood was gone. It looked as though nothing at all had happened. All the evidence was gone. There's still some blood here. I missed some of it. I could still find some traces. I knelt to clean it up. No, I'll leave it here. Perhaps it was my father's, perhaps my mother's. Either way, it was proof they had been here. I should have been a better daughter to them. I didn't think they would just disappear like this. I wasn't ready. Water was dripping onto the blood. No, not water. Aw, poor girl. I'm crying. I was sobbing, the tears rolling down my cheeks and falling onto the floor. My throat was burning with pain. I put my hands against my face, but the tears escaped anyway. Why? Why did this have to happen? Who had done this? Who had a grudge against Stellas? I don't know. I don't know. Had I made a mistake somewhere? Had there been a point where I could have prevented their death? I learned how to fight so I could protect the weak and the people I love, and yet, perhaps I had wasted my time if I couldn't put it to use. I'm sorry, Father, Mother. Then, next day, I looked terrible. face staring back at me from the mirror was swollen and red from crying. Still, I had to get dressed and go to work. Normally, I wouldn't have liked to go to work feeling so downcast. But if I remained at home, I knew I would cry again. Having something to do was good. Tiny part of me still expected movement in the house, but there was nobody. Of course, I had sent the servant home. My father would sit there reading the newspaper. My mother would come up to me and smile and try to brush my hair. Memories were so vivid, and yet I would never see them again. I knew it couldn't last forever, but death can visit us like a sudden shower of rain. I'd realized that back when my grandfather died. I'm still a child, aren't I? I touched the chair where my father had used to sit. I wish I could have learned more from them. I wish we could have had more time. I sighed and looked at the clock on the wall. Finn won't come to pick me up. I'll have to go alone. Had lost so much, but I was alive. Allowed to live, more like, and I had to move forward. Mother, see you later. On leave? Why, Sir Cordova?
ああ、辛いことが重なって大変だろうからな。2、3日、家でゆっくりするがいい。
No, I don't need leave. I want to do something. Please, Sir Cordova?
くどいぞ、ティスティラ君。これは政府の方針だ。違反は認められんよ。
Policy? Sir Cordova nodded.
君も知っての通り、下級警察官は2人1組での行動が義務付けられている。今の君にはパートナーがいないだろう。本来の仕事ができないのであれば、ここへ来ても意味がない。おとなしく家へ帰りなさい。
Didn't want to give in, but I saw no way to convince Sir Cordova to go against the policy. Very well, goodbye.
うん。気を強く持つんだぞ、ティスティラ君。
Shut myself at home. Morning, noon, evening. The colors of the sky slid by. Like the sky, my mood did not change. Generally, I moped and rolled around in my bed, and passively I waited for time to pass. Nothing improved. I didn't begin to feel better, and I couldn't find peace either. Still, I was unable to do anything. I seemed to be imprisoned in my room, bound by invisible chains. On the third morning, my empty stomach woke me up. I hadn't eaten or even drunk any water. The day before, I had hoped my mood would improve, but it hadn't. Have to eat something. I crawled out of bed, hoping to find food somewhere. When I left the room, I looked into the mirror. I looked terrible. My hair and my clothes were disheveled. I looked, if nothing else, very tired. What would my mother think? I thought. I had a feeling she would have given me a long and exasperated lecture. We're not high nobility, but we are noble. You have to look the part. My father had said the same at some point. Let's stop this. I decided I wasn't going to shut myself in my room again. I decided I wasn't going to languish like that. Like the dawn, I had to change. I hadn't eaten so much in a while. I hadn't been sure if I had food in the house. My servant had left me dried sausage and a hard-baked bread. I was able to eat heartily. I wonder what I have to do to make something so delicious. The kitchen was the servant's realm. I was taught that the masters flat out did not enter it. I'd seen others preparing food, but I had no idea how any of it was really done. I'd like to learn how to cook at least simple food. I looked at the corner of the table. A letter from the Euclates. I completely ignored it so far. I can't keep doing that. I had to move forward. I had to read it. Cricket unbroke the seal. Oh, yeah. It was an apology for Finn's actions. He also wanted to apologize in person. It ended with a meek plea to contact them once I felt ready. It's not Finn's fault, and it isn't theirs either. Better late than never. I have to talk to them and tell them I don't hold a grudge. It was past noon when I went out. Town looked as lively as I always. It felt insulting. Everything was the same it had always been. People, the streets, everything. Euclates around a store somewhere here. What's that noise?
申し訳ございません。誠に申し訳ございません。お許しください。どうか、愚かな息子をお許しください。
この度はご迷惑をおかけし、本当に申し訳ございません。申し訳ございません。申し訳ございません。
What? There was a sizable crowd on a street corner gathered around something. It was difficult to pass by or through. I tried to look to the center of the crowd and an old woman next to me sighed.
やだ、あの二人今日もやってるの？懲りないわね。
Again today?
そうよ。かれこれ2日。いいえ、3日かしら。ユークレス商会の会長さんとその奥さん。ああやって謝り続けてるのよ。バカな息子を持った親は大変ね。
Euclates' company's boss? I realized what this meant.
人殺しの親族が経営してる店なんて二度と利用するかよ。とっとと潰れちまえ。
Yikes. I became angry. What's wrong with him? Forced to act, I pushed my way through the crowd. Oh, yeah. The crowd was surrounding a man and a woman. The man was Finn's father, Finnis. Oh my god! Their name is like a ship name, no? The woman's name was his mother's mother, Elaine. Elaine Euclates? Oh no, never mind. It's not a ship name. I'm stupid. Sorry.
謝ったところで死んだ人間は帰ってこないんだよ。わかってんのか？あ？
申し訳ございません。私たちにできることなら何でもします。どうか皆様お許しください。
This is ridiculous. Ju had been apologizing for a while, just as the old woman had said. Their crumpled posture and tired eyes spoke of how long they had been doing it. As I stood there, they were prostrating themselves onto the ground. Should have read the letter and come here sooner. It wasn't their fault. Finn hadn't even killed anyone. He was only lying for my sake. Shouldn't have shut myself in. I just assumed I was the only one suffering.
全然気持ちがこもってないな。もっと地面に頭を押し付けて謝れよ。ほら！
An ill-mannered man was standing before them with his foot raised. Before he had a chance to kick them, I intervened. Stop it. Don't mistreat them.
あ？誰だよあんた。引っ込んだろ。
I'm literally the one most affected right now. What do you mean? I won't. I'm Kirsta Stella, a rank 1 police officer.
キルス様、この度は誠に申し訳ございません。フィンがとんでもないことを。
It's alright. Look up. You did nothing wrong. Everyone, please disperse and stop causing trouble. You have nothing to do with any of this. I glared back at the crowd. Roughly half of them left, but the man and some curious onlookers remained.
無関係笑わせてくれるぜ。俺はな、ずっとこいつの店で物を買ってたんだ。
Okay, my parents got killed.
俺の金で犯罪者を養ってたんだぜ。気持ち悪い。底辺まで落ちるべきなんだよ。
You insolent? I walked up to the man and with great effort kept myself from punching him. Instead, I glared.
なんだよ。
Going to pay if you say any more. You have no right to torment them. Get lost. Girl, just like smack the fucking wall and say, my parents were the one who got killed. Why are you the ones upset? And they would disperse from shame. Like, why do you have to? Why do you have to go through all this? Like, just say it. It's your mom and dad that got killed.
おいそこ、何をしている？
Is that the annoying dude?
往来で喧嘩をするな。って君。
Ah, yeah, him. Senkabolt Arc. A very weird name. My colleague Senkabolt Arc and his partner appeared on the scene.
一般市民相手に何やってんだよ。気でも狂ったか。
Perfectly sane. This idiot was abusing these two. It's his fault.
こいつ、彼らね。俺には君が暴れてるようにしか見えない。
I think it's well deserved considering the trauma we went through, but go off. Oh no, I hadn't lost my cool yet.
まだってなんだよ、おっかねえな。そちらにいらっしゃるのはユークレース商会の会長さんだし、複雑な事情がありそうだ。まずはそいつから離れろ。
Took a few steps back. The man took this chance to hurry away. Mark sighed as he watched them leave.
君が剣を持ってなくてよかったよ。傷害事件なら見過ごせない。
I agreed. I might have slain him if I had been armed.
なあ、またそう物騒なことを。礼拝堂にでも行って頭を冷やせ。
Good idea. I was surprised to find myself treated so well by Art. Maybe I actually look a little crazy to him right now. Turned around to Finn's parents and knelt before them. You don't have to do that. Please stand up.
いえ、そんな顔を上げることすらできません。私たちはあなたの家族を、あなたの人生を壊してしまいました。
Meow meow meow. Hi, Anli. Welcome. Thank you for coming. I like how like the only day I can stream is one day after we're supposed to hang out. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Anli. Hope you don't miss me too much.
なんとお詫びすればよいか。ただただ謝ることしかできません。ごめんなさい。本当に。
You didn't do it. You have nothing to apologize for. You hate me. I got the message. No, Anli. Anli. Okay, look. I stream whenever my brother goes outside, and it just so happens that today my brother's going outside until late. I wasn't even prepared to like stream today. I drank a lot of booze before this. I'm definitely not in the mindset to stream. Had taken the blame for me. These two hadn't raised the murderer. They had raised my protector. Aww! No excuses to be heard. Anli, you know I love hanging out. Anli. I wish I could tell them the truth. I took the hand of Finn's mother and thought about the best way to proceed. I forgive you. I forgive the both of you. Others will blame you for raising a criminal, but I want you to live a good life. My parents would have wanted that too. Whatever he did later, Finn was good to me for a long time. I still feel grateful for him. Please, don't abandon him. Include him in your prayers.
ありがとうございます。ありがとうございます。
Her voice was faltering. Embraced her and patted her on the back. His love for me is a crime, huh? I didn't want to see them suffer for a murder which Finn didn't commit. My poor Finn and his parents. Now what? Mark was right. Me here was a good idea. It was so quiet, the right kind of environment to calm down in.
おや、お前は。
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were here. I bowed hurriedly. Excuse me.
うん、去らなくていい。礼拝堂は万人に開かれている場。お前はいていいんだよ。キルス・ティステラ。
You know my name?
うん、知ってる。というより最近知った。お前は先日殺された議員、キーフ・ティステラの娘。キーフ・ティステラは民のことを第一に考え、実によく尽くしてくれた。惜しい人を亡くしたよ。本当に。
Saint Yune. Saint Yune knew my father. Simply hearing my father's name from him already made me happy. He even praised his work. My father would be overjoyed to hear that, Saint Yune.
できるなら生前喜んで欲しかったものだけどね。本当、人の命って儚くて脆いものだね。私にできることがあれば言ってほしい。できるだけ力になるよ。
Saint Yune. The assembly hadn't ended well, but perhaps Saint Yune could? But I don't have the right to ask for anything.
その顔、問題は抱えてるけど気が引けるって？力になれるかどうかはさておき、話くらいは聞いてあげられるから、とりあえず言ってみて。
Okay. As you know, someone killed my parents. However, the one sentence for it was not the criminal.
犯人でないもの？
Yes, the one sentence for it is Finn Euclid. He was my partner in the police. He wanted to prevent me from being accused of the crime, so he confessed to something he hadn't done.
自らねえ。どうして？
Well, because he said he loves me? I don't know. But he's a good man. I suppose he must have tried to sacrifice himself for me.
優しさだけでそれほどの罪を背負えるものなのかな。彼はよっぽどのお人よしだね。
Well, anyway, I want to save him. Finn is innocent.
そうだね。彼が犯人でないのなら他の誰がやったというの？
I don't know.
だったら難しいね。もし彼が本当に罪を犯していないとしても、下界へ送られた後であれば救うのは困難だ。新官員は罪人の所在地を把握していないからね。
I see. If Saint Yune couldn't help Finn, could you at least help the Euclid family then?
ユークレース。
Yes, his family operates a chain of shops. People are blaming them for what Finn was sentenced for. Many people are working at their shops. They lose their jobs if the company goes bankrupt due to the actions of a heartless minority. I'm sure the government would like to maintain stability as well. Please, help them before it is too late.
そうだね。確かに失職者が増加するのは望ましいことではない。わかった。根回しをしておくよ。
Thank you.
他には？お前自身はしてほしいことはないの？
For myself? Of course I did, but I could not impose on him any further. He's going to help the Euclides. I will help myself. I'm alright. Thank you for your concern. Well then, goodbye. It was an honor to speak with you, Saint Yune.
さようなら。天の慈しみは永遠に。キルスティステラ、君に幸あらんことを。
Oh, I can't believe I actually talked to Saint Yune. At least this should make it easier for the Euclides company. Now I can worry about myself. I was alive. I could take care of myself. And that's what I wanted. I want to do what I can alone. I'd never be able to live like nothing happened. I had to find out who killed my parents. I had to lay bare the truth and, if possible, save Finn. I can't love him back, but at the very least, I could free him of the punishment he didn't deserve. He's still my partner, even if we're far away from each other. I won't abandon him. I will save you, Finn. Man I was seeing was... Sir Cordua.
おお、ティスティラ君。いいところに来たな。
This?
そうだよ。君に渡さねばならないものがある。
Sir Cordua led me into one of the visitor rooms. He closed the door and handed me a sealed letter. What is it?
新館員から君への通達書だ。
Notification? May I open it?
ああ、ぜひそうしてほしい。
I was unsettled by his grave demeanor. What could this be? There was a single folded letter within. I glanced at Sir Cordova again and opened it. Rank 1 Officer Employment Termination Notice. What is this, Sir Cordova?
どういうことも何も見たままだ。実に残念だよ、ティスティラ君。
But I can't accept this. I demand an explanation. Sir Cordova sighed and nodded.
君も知っての通り、管理職を除き、警察官は必ずペアで行動しなければならない。一人が失職などでいなくなった場合、連帯責任としてもう一人も失職扱いとなるのだ。
Then you can't just fire me. What am I supposed to do?
問題ない。いや、ないとは言い切れないか。新官員では失職扱いとなるが、実質は転属だ。
Reassign?
そう。ハウンズに転属となるのだ。
We're so fucked, Chad. To the hounds? You're sending me to the depths?
そういうことだ。なに、ハウンズの役割は下界の者の相手だけではない。警察官としての再教育も含まれている。功績を上げればこちらへ戻ることもできるだろう。嫌だからといって逃亡は考えないことだ。これは中級警察官の昇格試験の視察とは大きく異なる。拒否権はない。転属の拒否は罪であり、罪人として下界へ落とされる。
That's insane. So, I'm going to the Sanctuary District either way.
そういうことだ。ならば、ハウンズ側がまだマシというものだろう？
Yes. I leave tomorrow according to the notice. I had no chance to find a real criminal in half a day. Neither could I delay my reassignment to the depths. I'll have to put off finding the criminals until I return. The more time passed, the more evidence would disappear. And yet, how many months does it take for one to usually return?
正直、なんとも言えん。戻ってきた者はほとんどいないのでな。
Thanks. I see.
肩を落とすことはない。不可能とは言っていないだろう。君は優秀だ。努力を怠らなければ復帰できるはずだ。
Alright, I hope so. Thank you for everything you did until now. I'm sure we will see each other again.
達者でな、ティスティラ君。
Won't be seeing this for a while. The city I had grown up seeing looked special to me. Through the hounds, huh? Would have to serve under Sir Zaxxon, I knew. I don't like it, but Sir Cordova is right. I can't refuse. I'll have to serve faithfully. And one day, I'll be back here. I walked through the gate to my home, knowing the future would require determination. There was a small basket in front of the main door. It was covered by cloth. I couldn't see the contents. What's inside? I carefully reached for the cloth. Flowers? Inside the basket was a collection of colorful flowers. I spotted a small cart laying beside them and picked it up. Please take them. Euclase. Aw, how sweet! Finn's parents must have sent them. How nice. Remember getting one before? Happened about a year before during winter. Been down with a cold. Finn had brought me a basket. A basket had apples, not flowers. They were good. He'd been so worried. What a good boy. He must have already... I remembered what he had said. Love, huh? Perhaps he had only said that to ensure conviction. It was hard to say. Either way, it confused me. Shouldn't think about it. Finn was somewhere else. No amount of worrying could give me answers. Have to focus on the things I can actually do. I ate dinner and went back to my room to prepare for my assignment to the depths. I'm only allowed limited baggage, I think. Pulled out the notice I had gotten to check. Allowed possessions. Sword and one small one-handed bag with possessions. Thankfully, they're letting me bring my sword. Every sword was completely different. I had grown accustomed to mine and could use it like an extension of my arm. Of course, I could also fight with a sword I'd never used before, but I preferred the one I had practiced with. The sword aside, what should I bring? Looked around the room, unsure of what I needed. Pillow won't fit into a small bag. I don't want the picture of my parents to become dirty. I don't need anything, I guess. Girl, bring something! I'm not there to have fun. I need my sword, but that's all. Girl. I touched the pendant under my clothes and nodded. Carrying it will just make it harder. No way, are we letting go of the pendant? Oh no! That's sad. I decided to leave it in my room together with all the memories. Aww. Me. I'm a little early. There was still time before I had to enter the elevator. I wondered how I was going to pass the time.
見つけた。
It's you. Lord Fitzgerald.
よかった、間に合って。君に会いたかったんだ。
Me? Lord Fitzgerald smiled softly.
君が下界へ行くって聞いたから、お別れを言いたくて。任務とはいえ、大変だね。
Yes, but there are others who suffer more than I do. I just told him that I'm going to the depths. Even I hadn't found out I would be reassigned to the Huns until I had to know. And yet he... Oh, I guess Lord Warner told him. I accepted this explanation and looked at him directly. Please, I'm not going as a criminal.
そうか。 僕は下界へ行ったことがないからわからないけど、こことは全く違う野蛮な場所だと聞いてる。元気で。
Alright. Thank you, Lord Fitzgerald. You too. Before leaving, I remembered that our engagement had been called off. I would have normally asked him for the reason, but I guess it doesn't matter now. I was going to the depths. Asking Lord Fitzgerald about it now would just put him in an awkward position. Thank you for seeing me off so early in the morning. You're a good man. Hi, Lord Fitzgerald. Waited a little at the station. At the designated time, the elevator arrived and I went in. The announcement I already knew finished. I sighed and reclined into the seat. Closed my eyes and listened to the rumbling of the machinery. Didn't think I'd be in here again. Last time I had been in the elevator had been during the Terang 2 qualifications on my way to the depths. Finn had been with me. Not just then, he had always been with me. Opened my eyes and looked around. Finn was gone. There was nobody else. What's so large with you not in here, Finn? I was descending to serve with the hounds. He had not. He had been sent down as a criminal. Wonder how he felt when he was in here. What was he thinking about on the way? Then, hope you're doing alright. I arrived in the depths at around noon. I exited the elevator and looked around. The wind crossing my skin was humid. I had to get used to the humidity. I began to walk away from the station.
到着したか?
If I remember correctly,
イネス・ハインリヒ・ハイネ。ハウンズの副リーダーであり、今日から君の上司だ。よろしく頼む、ヒルス君。
see, look forward to working with you, Sir Ines. At least Sir Zaxton didn't come out here to meet me. I'd have to meet the commander, Sir Zaxton, eventually. I'd fought with him before, so I wanted to avoid him as much as possible. Seeing each other is going to remind us of that. Had to serve well if I wanted to return to the hype. Stirring up trouble was not going to bring me any closer to that goal. I have to get my act together. I told myself and looked directly at Sir Ines. Thank you for your guidance and wisdom. Sir Ines seemed surprised by the formality and merely groaned in acknowledgement.
通常着任後は宿舎に荷物を置きに行くのだが、何も持っていないようだな。
She's insane. I'm so sorry for her. No, I only need my sword. I'm given to understand that all my requirements will be taken care of. I brought nothing else.
そうか。では宿舎への移動を省き、保護地区の説明、案内をする。
Show me around? That won't be necessary. I went here on an observation mission before. It hasn't been that long, and I remember it well.
口答えをするな。長官の命令は絶対だ。信じる。
Gary.
と。
あ。
ザクスなら言うだろうな。今やお前はハウンズ。思ったことをそのまま口にするのは慎め。厄介に巻き込まれたくないなら反発は控えろ。
I was like wondering why he suddenly said something mean to us, but I guess he's just reciting what Saxon would say. That makes more sense. I understand. I'll keep that in mind.
上階と比べ
保護地区の環境が劣悪なのは一目瞭然。だが、お前が視察時に見た保護地区は、あれでも綺麗な方だ。保護地区の猟犬となった今、より暗く、より汚いものを見ることになるだろう。動揺しないよう、覚悟しておくことだ。
Alright.
それでは、行くぞ。
Ines led me around the sanctuary district again. Turned off from the main road and onto the side and back streets. The stench was a mixture of blood, grime, and ash. We were mere steps away from the main road, and yet it was already a completely different environment. According to Sir Ines, this area was infamous for its frequent homicides. We had homicides in this height as well. If they're infamous for their frequency here, then every step I took seemed to take me deeper into a different world. We went to the headquarters of the hounds when we were done. At long last. Inside I knew they would give me my hound's uniform. I would no longer be the police officer I was when I changed into it. I had to accept it. I wasn't at my final destination. I had to lie somewhere else. Have to go back to the heights.
ようやくのご到着か。
Right, it's him.
遅かったな、下級警察官殿。
Zaxxon. Sir Zaxxon.
ああ、これは失礼。
Asshole.
失職したんだったな。貴様のような女が去って、上は清々しただろうな。こっちは大迷惑だ。
It is him. Zaxxon Brandenburg. I really did not like that man.
ここへ来たからには、俺の命令は絶対だ。逆らうことは許さん。俺の駒として働き、ゴミとなって死ね。
Been assigned to the hounds. Our job is protecting the livelihood of the people in the sanctuary district and defending it from outside threats. Girl, Ines just told you to not mess around, and the first thing out of your mouth is this? Like, come on, girl. Sir Zaxxon, I will follow you as commander as much as possible. However, if your commands violate the basic functions of the hounds, I will refuse.
なんだと。
Girl, please. You want me to move? Give me the right commands, commander.
貴様。
Honestly, she's crazy for this.
やめるんだザックス。ここで彼女を切っても意味がない。先週も部下が命を落とした。人員が減れば減るほど困るのはお前だぞ。
イーネス、そいつを俺の視界から消せ。
了解した。行くぞ。さあ。
Right? We lost a man last week. I wonder if that will be important later on.
どういうことだ。逆らうなと言ったこと、もう忘れたのか。
I'm sorry, Sir Ines. It was the truth. I felt I had to mention it as early as possible. Girl, you're asking for it. Whether I serve with the hounds or not, I serve the people. Even if they're criminals, I want to treat them fairly.
ザクスの神経を逆なでするつもりはなかった。ということか。
No, but I was irritated by what he told me. Made him angry as well. I'll try to refrain from doing that again in the future.
ああ。できるだけザクスを刺激しないでくれ。
I will. Sir Ines, I do have one question. You said you lost a man. Is there strife within the hound?
いや、罪人によって殺された。保護地区に収容されている者全員が全員、おとなしくないということだ。女たるお前は格好の標的だろう。
That makes sense.
常に周囲に気を配ることだ。
I will. Why would they want to kill us? In the heights, my sword had served the people. I had never used it in self-defense, only in training. Now I might have to. Everything is different here. Felt more than ever that I had to return alive.
ここがお前の部屋だ。
My room was surprisingly clean. It was austere, yes, but far cleaner than the appearance of the sanctuary district would give hope for.
元貴族であるお前が生活していただろう場所に比べれば不自由だと思うが、我慢してほしい。
Thank you for your concern, Sir Ines. Don't worry though, I wouldn't have become a police officer if I could only live in a world of plenty. This room is better than the temple restrooms. At least I'll have my own room here.
ああ、あそこは基本雑魚寝だったな。
When Sir Ines said this, I remembered what Sir Cordova had told me. Police officers who lose their jobs are assigned to the hounds. Clearly, Sir Ines had been a police officer as well in the past. I'm not surprised. I think he makes for a good servant of justice. I can't imagine what kind of police officer Sir Zaxxon was, though. Girl, he was like an administration nerd. I'm so sorry to tell you.
早速だが、君には明日から働いてもらう。当分の間、見回りを頼みたい。
Alright, who's going to be my partner? Sir Ines shook his head.
ハウンズは単独行動が基本だ。人員が少ないため、上階のようにペアで行動させることはできない。そこの引き出しに入ってる笛を常時携帯し、問題が発生した時に吹け。笛の音の元へ我々は集う。
Very well, thank you for your kindness.
これは親切ではなく、新しく部下になった者に対する義務。せいぜい頑張ることだ。
Ines is a good man. I like him. Only made Sir Zaxxon's ill disposition more apparent. He's my superior, but still, I can't tolerate abuse of the citizens. I won't bow to Sir Zaxxon. I will live life in my own way. Wow, we're so cool as a part of the Hounds! Warder route. Yo, that's sick. Yay! Yeah, I'm gonna need to go to the toilet, so be right back after the scene. Okay, you're back. Alright, I'm back. Thank you for waiting. Oh, wrong button. It feels so... I turned around and looked at myself in the hand mirror. Weird. I was wearing a Hound's uniform for the first time. It was a well-made uniform, but I couldn't get used to it. Felt like I had no choice in the wearing of it. Well, yeah, you kind of got forced into this, girl. We know. When I looked at myself in the mirror, I seemed to see a different person. I should have at least brought a brush at least. Yeah? You think? That's why they told you to bring personal items, girl. I used my fingers to comb my hair and put the hand mirror down on the bed. That looks passable. I'll have to do my best for the hounds. Went to the ready room shared by all the hound members. It doubled as a mess hall, and I wanted to eat breakfast. I see, there is a fixed menu. Food that was being handed out at the counter, it seemed. Very efficient, I thought, and lined up behind some of the men. Their eyes. I could feel them looking at me, many of them. Perhaps they were looking at me because I was new. Or maybe they're looking at me because I'm a woman. I looked around the room. The others were all men. Everyone I had seen the day before had been men as well. It's always been like this for me in the police. The temple preached the equality of the sexes, but in practice, almost all of the physically demanding jobs were occupied by men. It's not against the rules to join though. Like I was going to duck just because I was a woman. After I got my food, I looked for a table to sit at. Most of the seats were occupied. There was only a lone empty chair near the corner. I walked over.
新人、何をしている？
That voice. Turned around and saw Sir Zaxxon. Apparently not only the people in the district were afraid of him, the entire room was quiet. I was going to eat breakfast?
席には限りがあり、新人ごときが占領するのは無礼だぞ。慎め。
I hate his guts so much. What a ridiculous... Apologies, but I don't believe there is a place to eat it standing. I know that you don't like me, but harassing me about all these little things is injurious to your own dignity. Girl, stop stirring the pot! If you want to lead, you should do so by example.
貴様!
Sir Zaxxon glared at me and his right hand moved at astonishing speed. I hit the plate of food I was carrying and sent it flying through the air. What?
注意力が欠けているぞ、新人。限りある食料だというのに、貴様というやつは。
He's insane. Be calm. Don't be angry. I would gain nothing from arguing with him even more. I will be more careful in the future.
ああ、そうしろ。腹が空いているだろう、新人。遠慮せず食え。
Sir Zaxxon grinned and poked the bear lying on the floor with his boot. I was hungry, however. I can't eat off the floor. I clenched my fist and looked back at him. I'm fine. I'll be going on patrol now.
気に入らない女。
You started it! I'm gonna punch him. I swear. I don't know how Kiras can, like, not grab him by the balls and, like, throw him away because I hate him with my entire soul. I hate him. Not even his sad backstory is enough to make me feel bad for him.
貴様ら、何をぼーっと見ている？さっさと食って働け！
In which episode does he die? Hi, welcome. Unfortunately, he doesn't. He's just there to bother us in every single round. Welcome. Thank you for coming. What a terrible man that Zaxxon Brandenburg is. I had never met such a terrible person before. Thinklebolk Ark and others had harassed me when I had wanted to become a police officer, but that had been innocent compared to what Sir Zaxxon is doing. Why was he the commander? I couldn't see how he was pulling the unit together. I don't understand the hounds. They're so strange. I'm hungry. I tried to ignore the hunger and to focus on my patrol. But the more my thoughts drifted, the more I was reminded of my empty stomach. I'm drinking first. Be right back. It's not noon yet. If I go back, I won't get any food. And I'm not going to bow to Sir Zaxxon and beg for food. Absolutely not.
辛そうだな。
Ines? I know who this is. Yeah! Sir Ines?
先ほど、部下から待機室でのやりとりを聞いた。早速ザクスの洗礼を受けているようだな。
Sir Zaxxon does this to everyone?
そうだな。新人のほとんどが通る道だ。 やりすぎだと思うことはあるが、一つの教育法ということも理解できる。
It does?
昨日言った通り、ハウンズは保護地区の者によく思われていない。襲われ、物品やら衣服やら根こそぎ奪われることもある。
Not bad?
ザクスにはリーダーとしてハウンズを存続させる義務がある。そのためには甘い考えを捨てなくてはいけない。時には人を人として見てはいけない。
Ines, you're being way too nice.
だからああして誰から構わず敵意を向け距離を置く。それが正しいことかどうかは周囲の者には判断しかねるがな。
Make sure the hounds survive. I didn't think about that. I just thought he had a terrible personality. I'm sorry. Well, he can be both, you know, like he can be thinking of the others and still have a bad personality.
構わない。今述べたのは長年の付き合いからの推測だ。それに
Ina stopped talking and looked at the ground. What is it?
いや、なんでもない。気にするな。糧食をやろう。
Aww,
受け取れ。
thank you. There, Ines pulled some dried bread out of a pouch.
何も食べていないのだろう。
Honey?
これで多少腹が満たせるはずだ。
No, I can't take this. I will manage.
問題ないものは腹を押さえながら歩きはしない。空腹で倒れられれば困るのはハウンズだ。上官としての命令だ。これを食べろ。いいな。
Alright, thank you, Sir Ines.
恩を感じるだけでなく反省もしてくれ。ただでさえ我々ハウンズは立っているだけで人目を引く。弱っている姿を見せれば命を狙われる。目立つ行動は控えろ。いいな。
Okay, thank you. After Sir Ines and I parted ways again, I walked towards the corner and ate the dried bread. I had water inside my water pouch, so I drank about half of it and sighed. Sir Ines helped me so much since I came here. I need to thank him properly one day. And I have to make sure Sir Zaxxon won't disturb me when I eat. Remembering that sending us out starved was dangerous, I expected him to understand. Rather, I hoped he would understand. Let's get back to patrolling. Closed my water pouch again and looked around. The streets around me looked just as they had when I had come on my observation mission, but Ines was right. They don't like us here. Eyes on me were cold and biting. That said, they did not dare to throw a stone at me or show open hostility. They just wanted me gone. I'm not going to run away. Had to make it back alive. Had to survive, return to the height, and find out what had really happened. Wasn't going to run away. Absolutely not. Whatever I had to do, I was going to make it through. Halfway along the main road lay the market. It was the busiest part of the sanctuary district by a fair margin. I looked around the stores, wearily eyeing the others around me. Faded vegetables and naughty creepers. What the fuck are naughty creepers? That sounds really weird. Naughty creepers of dubious edibility were a far cry from what I knew from the heights. Still, I was impressed by the sense of pride and perseverance that seemed to infuse the market. Seemed to use money, but also a lot of bartering. Money used was different from the money we had in the heights. Did the temple mint this, I wonder? Or is this indigenous to the depths?
おい、あそこのお嬢ちゃん、ちょっと寄ってかないかい？
Are you talking to me?
そりゃそうさ、あんただよ、あんた。
I'm
ほら、
poor.
こっちおいで。
We literally don't have any money. I wearily approached the muscular storekeeper.
あんた、 おしゃれには興味ないかい？ほらこのネックレス、私の自慢の一品だよ。
No, I don't have any money with me.
なんだそうかい。じゃ、また来ておくれ。
Her voice changed. Right. Aren't you afraid of me?
怖い？どういう意味だい？
Part of the hounds. I don't believe you and the others in the sanctuary district like us.
そのことか。お嬢ちゃんは怖くはないさ。他の方々のことも特に何とも思っていない。そりゃ時に鬱陶しいと思うこともあるけどね。それはお互い様だろうさ。
I see. I'm surprised. I thought everyone here hated us.
当然人にもよるけどね。黒い服の背がやたら高い物騒なのがいるだろう。あれはダメだ。いけすかない。
The tall and crazy one. That's suitable. Black clothes. Must be Sir Zaxxon.
おっと、お客さんだ。お嬢ちゃん、ごめんよ。
Oh, I didn't think they would start talking to me. I'd also learned that not everyone hated Pound. The realization warmed my heart. Can we date the shopkeeper? I don't think so, unfortunately. Unless there's like a super duper mega secret route that the walkthroughs I'm using don't know about. I doubt it. The man I'm going for is really cute, I swear. He's a little yandere, but a very good boy. Dere, hi Yuki! Thank you for coming. I sensed someone's gaze on me and turned around. Everyone in the market seemed to be looking at me. It wasn't any of them I was sensing, though. Am I imagining this? Perhaps I'm becoming neurotic. Isn't that... Honey! I looked through the crowd at a face I thought I remembered. It was Finn Euclid, my old partner. That belt, those features, it has to be him. Finn! When I called out to him, he walked away against the flow of the crowd. He was running away. Why? Had it been someone else? No, it had to be him for sure. I have to talk to him. He's not here. Did I take a wrong turn? The street didn't branch. Maybe there was a secret path? I looked around, confused. Finn, where are you? There was no response. Only the echoes of my own voice came back to me. Maybe it was just a look-alike. Then why had the man run away? Had he done something the hounds wouldn't like? I heard footsteps and spun around. Finn? A rather violent-looking man approached. Not just one. Two. No, there's another one behind me as well. When I sensed the man behind me, my hand closed around the grip of my sword.
おやおや、こんなところでどうして？道にでも迷ったのかい？女のハウンズがいるとは知らなかった。あんた、新入りか？
That's none of your business. Thank you very much. You're welcome, Yuki.
ここは俺たちの縄張りだ。勝手に入ってこられちゃ困る。
俺たちも悪魔じゃない。ガキなる見逃すが。なあ、相手がハウンズ様じゃ、話は別だ。
Hit the man behind me, brandishing an iron pipe. Other men also pulled out knives.
傷つけられたくなければ、持ってるもんを全部置いていけ。当然、その服もね。
Why would you need a hound's outfit? The man laughed obscenely. Half this happened on the very first day. I ground my teeth, realizing Sir Innes had been right, and drew my sword from its sheath. This is a real sword. It'll hurt if it cuts you. You ready for that? Come face me. Man behind me attacked first. Blocked the pipe with my sword. One of the others attacked me with his knife thereafter. Pushed the man with the pipe aside and spun away from the knife. There! Seeing an opportunity, I swiftly brought the sword around. Blade rent the man's flesh, opening up a gaping wound. I told you, the sword is real. Leave now if you don't want to get hurt.
女だからと甘く見てたが、腐ってもハウンズってことか。
Man spat on the ground and returned the knife to its sheath. Then, pulled a sword from the crack in the walls between the houses. Where'd she get that? That's a temple-issue sword. There was no sheath and the blade was dented. Still, it was unmistakably the very kind of sword issued to new police officers. Why do you have that?
もらったんだよ。ハウンズにな。
One that got killed last week? You got it?
ああ、正確には強奪だがな。
最初はあんたみたいに強がってたが、最後にはズタボロになってちびりながら命乞いしてたぜ。当然殺したけどな。見ての通り、使い古してボロボロだ。かといって直す技術は持ち合わせてね。だから欲しいな、あんたの立派な剣。それをくれたら命は助けてやってもいいぜ。
Did that? Who did the pipes? The notification hadn't come in yet. I literally do not know.
You guys fuck yet?
Hi, Madness! No fucking yet. This is a new route. Ish my yandere boy. I refuse. I won't bow with his threats. Besides, I'm a good fighter, and this sword is wasted on the likes of you.
強気だね。泣かせるのが楽しみだ。
Thank you for the hydrate, I will. You're spending all your points today, huh? I ground my teeth when his first blow struck my guard.
俺のアイテムしてくれよ。
What? Something glinted in the corner of my eyes and I barely dodged it.
おら、ガラ空きだ。
I have plenty still. I lurk lots. I know you lurk lots. Thank you for lurking. He struck at my flank, but I managed to block him. Unable to contain the force of the blow, I was thrown against the wall. The impact was fierce and I couldn't breathe.
決まったな。
Heaving shoulders, I straightened my posture. I have to calm down. Two of them were left. They were unskilled fighters. Think. There had to be a way to win, to survive. I've been busy lately. I caught the intruders a few weekends ago, and the last weekend I helped cops catch a drag racing group. I've had lots of paperwork and calls and stuff to make. You've had a really long week. I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope you can get a break this week. Did you make sure to sleep properly and eat properly? Please take care of yourself. There was a sharp sound and a loud scream. Blood exploded out of the man's mouth and spattered across the ground. The man dropped down, a knife buried in his back. What just... Ah. Honey! Alright, I got excited. I didn't sleep this week at all yet. What do you mean at all this week you haven't slept? It's like Friday. Well, Thursday for Americans? What do you mean you haven't slept? Helldivers 2 came out in Xbox. I have been blowing up bugs. I am happy you are having fun with bugs. I wasn't mistaken. It was him. Finn Euclase was standing in front of me. Not since Tuesday at 3 a.m. Babes, go to bed. Instead of lurking, go to bed. Please. Finn took the sword from the man's hand and kicked at the knife in his body. Alright, you're at work. I forgot. Okay, soon! Soon you can sleep. Soon you can go home and sleep. Oh my god, I thought that was from the game. Scared me. I was wondering why Finn would say that. Oh, great. Horrible.
てめえ何しやがる。
それは俺のセリフだ。
Finn was still slouching over when the man attacked him with his knife. Finn swiftly switched the sword to his left arm and swatted the man aside.
相手にならないが、相手をしてやろう。
Finn rose to face the man. The hostility he was emanating took my breath away. Is that really Finn? The Finn I had known was kind, quiet, and meek. He would never have looked at someone like that. Shadows stirred behind Finn. I ran over to his side. Careful! The nick of time I blocked the blow meant for his back. The knife tumbled through the air and rolled across the ground.
はい、逃げるぞ。
The men, having lost their will to fight, scattered in all directions. I sheathed my sword, not knowing whom to pursue. When I had caught my breath, I turned around to see my savior. Ah, yes. It unmistakably was Finn. Honey, I missed you. Wait, let me open my... Oh my god, I just realized, but his happy ending is literally just called I love you ending. That's so cute. Finn, I missed you. I do want to go home and sleep though. Work is dragging on. I hope you get home and sleep soon. And make sure to drive carefully home. Finn, I missed you.
俺に
Of course. Yeah, I liked having you as my partner. I was worried for you.
パートナーね。
We're friends too. I didn't think we'd reunite in this fashion, but I'm glad we did, Finn. That clothes low-key look ugly on you though, honey. Like, you can do better. You can do way better than that. And I thank you for rescuing me. I was in trouble there.
怪我はどうですか？お腹痛みますか？
My stomach? Oh. I probed my stomach using my fingers. You'll be fine. My back doesn't hurt much either.
そう。よかったです。それでは。
Hey, wait! Wait, Finn!
何でしょう？
Why are you acting like that? We finally found each other again. Why are you being so distant?
俺たちはあんな別れ方をしたんですよ。どんな顔をしてあなたと話せと言うんですか？今の俺は惨めだ。こんな姿、あなたにさらすことすら恥ずかしいというのに。
Okay, I like pathetic guys. A wreck? I don't see a wreck. I see someone making a valiant effort to survive. You're still you, Finn. There's nothing to be ashamed of. Please, let me talk to you.
あなたは本当に残酷な人だ。
You mean? Cruel? I wanted to ask him what he meant, but I heard numerous footsteps approaching. They must be coming because of the fight we had. Either they were from the hounds or friends of the men. If it was the hounds, they would suspect Finn of involvement. If it was friends of the men, we would have to fight for our lives. I have no choice then. Finn, you need to get out of here.
え？あなたは
I'll deal with them. Trust me, I'll buy you enough time to escape.
キルス、置いていくことなんてできません。こちらへついてきてください。 いいから、早く。
Okay. We ran through a side path onto the main road, and from there onto a smaller side road. I didn't say anything. I only followed Finn, who never turned around. Different place! Ooh, he got a house? This...
俺の家です。
Your home? You have a house?
ええ、まあ、成り行きで。
You see, that's nice. Inside it was a single room without subdivisions. There was a bed and a stove. I had to assume he ate and slept in the same room.
すごくないですよ。上界での暮らしと比べれば質素で足りないものばかりで。こうやって見られるのも恥ずかしい。可能なら消えてしまいたいくらいです。
Why? What are you talking about? There's nothing to be ashamed of. It's lovely that you managed to live alone. Independence is good.
そうでしょうか。
Retrieved 2 glasses and poured water from a mug. He set the glasses on the table and sat down next to one. What is it like to live here? I want to know.
暮らし、俺のことですか？
Yeah, you and all the others in the sanctuary district. Is there anything we didn't understand when we came here as police officers? Finn nodded contemplatively.
まず、食事はほぼ困っていません。
No.
保護地区のほとんどの人間はハウンズの配給を受けています。俺もそのうちの一人です。
Rations?
はい。週に何度か大通り近くのハウンズの所有地の中で行われています。
I see. Huh? Sanctuary District has a market. If everyone gets rations, doesn't it put them out of business?
はい。実際、そう考える者が多数です。ですが、与えられるものをただ食べるだけの生活というのは家畜みたいで、俺は嫌で。商売をして人らしい生活を送ろうとする者たちの集まりがあの市場のようです。
I see. That's why it's so lively. How does the economy work compared to the heights?
物々交換が主流ですが、貨幣を使用した金銭での支払いもあるようです。俺は
Finn grimaced, finding it hard to continue his sentence.
俺はまだ職につけていませんが、近所の人の家具を修理したり、用事を手伝ったり、拾い物を修理して質屋に出したり、そんな感じで暮らしています。
That's why you have these tools. I see. You're very capable.
そんな、ただの器用貧乏ですよ。実際貧しいですし。俺の話はここまでにして、次はキルスの話を聞かせてください。
About me?
はい。見かけた時から気になってました。あなたはどうしてハウンズの制服を着ているんですか？市場であなたの姿を見つけた時、声をかけたいと思いました。けど服装が違うから、あなただと確信が持てず。
Oh, that's why he ran. I understood then and began to answer. Well, I was assigned to the hound.
ハウンズ、配属？
Yes, we police officers were working together, right? When you left, they told me that if one of the pair loses their job, the other is considered partly responsible and assigned to the hounds. So I was kicked out, and here I am.
そんな、知らなかった。
Of course you didn't. It's rare for police officers to lose their job or quit at all. I never imagined it would come to this.
どうしよう。すみません、俺、
Honey,
そんなこと全く知らずに。
okay. Then?
俺のせいでハウンズになるなんて。俺のせいだ。俺がいけないんだ。俺が身勝手なことをしたから。また過ちを犯して。
Honey.
知らなかったんだ。本当に。
Then calm down. It's not your fault. This happened because of whoever killed my parents. If you hadn't taken the blame, our positions would be just If you hadn't taken the blame, our positions would just be reversed right now. Either way, we'd both be in the depths. I should be the one to apologize. I got you involved in my family's problems. I'm sorry. Your parents are also suffering because of me.
両親
Ah, the people treated you like a criminal. You're attacking your family's business as well.
避難
I had a chance to speak to Saint Yune and he said he'll calm the waves. Don't worry about them for now.
そうですか。俺は最後の最後まであの人たちのお荷物なんだな。
Talk about yourself like that. Then?
ああ、すみません。俺の家のことは、気にしないでください。あの人たちは商売人でしぶといですから、なんとかします、きっと。そんなことより、あなたのご両親を殺害した者は、犯人は特定できましたか？
No, I have no idea. I really haven't the faintest idea. When you were gone, I tried to find the murderer. If I found him, I thought I could get you set free. But I didn't have enough time. They ended up sending me here to the hounds. If I serve well, I'm told I can be sent back to the police. But I don't know when that will be, but I will try to make it back. We'll find the real murderer. Just try to survive until then.
ありがとうございます。けど、もういいです。俺のために苦労するというのなら、やめてください。時間の無駄です。
Stop hating yourself so much. It makes me sad. Waste of time?
そうです。確かに殺人に関しては冤罪です。しかし、俺が下界へ送られた理由は、他にもあるということを知っているはず。教えたでしょ。忘れたんですか？
Well,
あなたが何をしようと、俺は自分の罪から逃れられない。逃れるつもりもない。だからやめてください。俺のために苦労をするのは。俺は、あなたにそんなことをしてもらえるような清い人間じゃない。
say that. Then gave me a sad smile and continued quiet.
いけない。また俺の話をしてますね。俺の生活よりもハウンズでの仕事の方が大変だと思います。
Cleared our throats at the same time we're clearly meant to be.
特にブランデンブルクさん。保護地区の人々はほとんどが無力です。好き勝手振る舞う彼を恐れない人はいません。この保護地区では彼が法のようなもの。あなたとは反りが合わないでしょうけど、できるだけ逆らわないようにしてください。
Too late. Alright. I'll do my best for whatever that's worth.
その反応、まさか。
Yeah, we clashed earlier. Inside, and I rushed to explain. It was Zaxxon's fault. He started it.
キルス、俺はあなたが心配です。今後は気をつけてください。
Okay, I will. Thank you for the concern, Finn. I'm part of the Hounds now, but I'm not Zaxxon's dog. I still serve the people. That won't change. I will defend the people here and the peace in the Sanctuary District. If Zaxxon wants to make life difficult for me, I'll oppose him, but only then.
もっと上手な立ち回り方もあるはずなのに。キルスは本当にまっすぐで、生き方が不器用ですね。でも、そういうあなただからこそ俺は好きなんです。
Every time he says he likes me, my heart goes like choo-choo. I love him so much. Then
困らせてしまいましたね。すみません。
I do like Finn. As a friend, as my partner on patrol. I trust him and value his skill. But you can't call that love. I'm sorry, Finn. I can't give you what you want. It's dark outside. I'm sorry I stayed for so long.
俺こそ結果的に引き止めてしまいすみません。サボったと思われなければいいのですが。
Don't worry, I'm just supposed to patrol right now.
だといいのですが。
You're still as dramatic as always. You should have a more optimistic outlook with how tall you are.
背の高さとどういうつながりが。ですけど、そうですね。二度と会えないと思っていたあなたと再会できたのですから、もう少し希望を持ってみようと思います。
Yeah, do that. See you, Finn.
はい。どうか、お元気で。
Honey. How nice that I could see Finn again. Both good and bad that had happened that day. Breakfast had started off terribly, but I had met Finn. Then again, I had also been attacked by the men. I didn't want to think about what would have happened if Finn hadn't been there. I need to practice to make sure that doesn't happen again. Perhaps I can ask Sir Ines to practice with me? A box lying on the side of the street suddenly moved. What? I approached it warily. There's someone inside? I could see an old man clad in shredded black clothes lying feebly on the ground. His arms and legs were as thin as little branches. I could see his ribcage outlined against his skin.
お願いです。何かお恵みを。
Do I have anything? My water pouch was empty. I had eaten the bread Sir Ines had given me. I can't leave him like this. He's going to die before long. Perhaps I should go back to Finn and see what he had. Turn around and... What was that? I spun around. The man was lying lifelessly on the ground. His eyes were wide and upturned. Blood was streaming out from his stomach. He was clearly dead.
不思議なものだな。こんなに醜い姿でも人のような血を流すとは。
What are you doing, Zaxxon? Sir Zaxxon? He was wielding a sword. The blade was red with blood. What? Aren't we supposed to defend the people of the Sanctuary District? What has this old man done wrong?
何もしていない。だからこそ不要だ。ハウン
He's
ズは
insane.
配給を行うことで虫けらどもの生活を保障している。にもかかわらず物乞いをするなど強欲で生きる価値がない。それに俺が殺さずともいずれ死んでいたろう。無駄な配給対象が減ってむしろ良かった。
You're mad.
バカを言え。狂っているのは貴様だ。こいつを切るのは俺ではなく貴様の役目のはず。
Sir Zaxxon flicked the blood off and slowly resheathed his sword.
見て見ぬふりをして去るなど。ハウンズの威厳を損なうことをするな。恥を知れ。
I wasn't ignoring him.
していないと。では何をしようとしていたんだ。
Hey, telling him about Finn would put him in danger. I shook my head, having to avoid dragging him into it. No, you are right. I was going to ignore him.
腰抜けめ。威勢のいいことを言って、いざとなったらこれだ。役立たずが。
I'm sorry. I hate this man so much. I had to leave before I could no longer contain the desire to attack him. I then...
待て。貴様、ここで何をしていた？
Troll?
ここは貴様が割り振られた地区の範囲外。どうしてここにいる？
Can't know. Calm down. Be calm. I kept myself from looking at Finn's house and began to speak. I got lost. I don't know where I am. What a happy coincidence that I met you, Sir Zaxxon. Sir Zaxxon pondered this for a moment and snorted.
貴様はつくづくバカだな。先が思いやられる。
アウンズの施設はあっちだ。さっさと戻れ。
Okay, thank you very much. I bowed respectfully and left the seat, feeling his piercing gaze on me. Here I am at last. Dinner time was already over as expected. I hope I can still get some. I heard someone approaching me when I entered the facility.
やあ、こんにちは。久しぶりですね。
Lissad. I recognize his voice now. I really love like the way they shade the building. I think it's gorgeous. Like it's kind of foggy. Very pretty. Ah, Lissad. I met him during my observation mission when I was still a police officer. I greeted him and bowed my head. He did so as well.
治療室へ来ていただきたいのですが。
No. Right now?
おや、何か用事が？
Always. Oh no, I just want to eat dinner.
なるほど。わかりました。君の分の夕食は取り置かせるよう手配します。ですから、来てもらえませんか？
What's he going to do? I had no idea, but he had already asked me twice. It had to be important. Alright, let's go then.
さて、そちらにお座りください。
Watched him prepare medical instruments and records and asked him if he was going to perform an examination.
ええ。ここは上階と比べ空気や環境が異なりますから、新人さんは体調に変化がないか調べる義務があるんです。
He pulled out a syringe. Then he sat down next to me and rolled up my sleeve.
採血させてくださいね。ちくりと痛みます。我慢してください。
Red blood began to fill the syringe. Pain is nothing compared to being stabbed. I don't remember us getting stabbed. When did we get stabbed? How does she know what it feels like to get stabbed? Couldn't get used to the sensation of losing some of my own blood.
はい、おしまい。泣かないなんて偉いですね。
Excuse you? He grinned, making it clear he was joking. I smiled back and told him not to treat me like a child.
検査の結果は後日お知らせします。現段階で体の具合はどうですか？
What do you mean, lol? Shut up, Loop. Also welcome. But how dare you? I remembered the altercation in the streets. I suppose he ought to take a look at it. Having seemingly already guessed it, Lestat quietly asked me whether it hurt. I got injured in a fight. Did you not tell the others? Don't big lol me. How dare you?
見せてください。
I took off my overcloak and my jacket. With my back turned toward him, I rolled up my shirt. Got hit in the side, and there was a blunt strike on my back.
ええ、大きな青あざがあります。触りますね。どうです？痛みますか？
Oh, okay, what? A little.
骨や臓器は大丈夫ですね。塗り薬を用意します。数日で治りますよ。
If it hurts, then that means my bones and internal organs are fine? If they're not fine, it doesn't hurt? I don't understand. I see. That's good.
ええ、お大事に。しかし、どうして内密にしたいんですか？ああ、ご心配なく。密告するつもりはありませんよ。ちょっとした興味です。
I looked at him. He didn't seem to be planning anything sinister. I nodded and began. Sir Ines warned me against it, but I went into a deserted street. They attacked me even though I was armed.
そうですか。災難でしたね。
No, it was my own fault. I should have been on my guard. Then I wouldn't have gotten hurt. Please keep it to yourself. Especially don't tell Sir Zaxxon.
あなたと彼は相性が悪いようですからね。今朝も衝突したそうじゃないですか。
This is nothing versus getting stabbed was funny. I see. Our Kiris has very interesting thoughts. I don't know how she compared being stabbed to getting shot with a syringe. It's crazy. You know.
もちろん。この施設は狭いですから、そういった噂はすぐに伝わります。ですから。
Lysop put his index finger on my lips and smiled soft.
隠したいことは口に出さないことをお勧めします。どこで誰が聞いているかわかりませんので。
Can you like not get so close to me? Alright, thank you for the warning.
上手に生きていくためには、ザクセン君との付き合い方を考えた方がいいでしょうね。勇敢と無謀は異なります。
Stubbing my toe isn't as bad as losing a foot. You get it, Loop! Good job! You learned something today from this game. You're welcome. Bravery and recklessness, huh? I sighed, feeling like my entire way of life had just been criticized. It was disempowering. Another person who has something to say to me about Sir Zaxxon. Sir Ines, Finn, Glissad, 3 already. Everyone is so afraid of him. Because he's crazy, girl. The one I understood least was Sir Ines. Ines had sounded like Sir Zaxxon had his own reasons which we could not comprehend. I already know the reason, and it doesn't justify it at all. Like, it's just silly. I can't accept the killing of helpless people. I wondered what the act of killing itself meant to Sir Zaxxon. I don't really want to know. If I knew, I feared I might edge a little closer to him. I didn't want to kill someone for no reason. I resolved to be careful to not end up like him. I spent a few days performing my duties for the hounds. My assignment was guarding the ration stations. Ration station. Several times a week, the hounds ran and handed out the rations. Most of the denizens of the Sanctuary District took them, and there was always a long line. Guarding the station was relatively easy. I didn't have to walk around or really do anything at all. Alas, this day promised to be more difficult. Why is Sir Zaxxon here? Merely seeing him around made me wary. I wasn't the only one. Everyone at the station was on edge. I didn't know what exactly his job as a commander was, but surely he had better things to do. Why can't he just leave? Yeah, fuck off, Zaxxon! I sighed in a way he wouldn't see and looked at the people queuing up in front of the station. Almost everyone in the Sanctuary District took advantage of the ration. There were young and old people in the queue, and both men and women. And that's... I saw someone in the queue that I remembered. Bing! Finn. Glanced at me before looking down and facing the queue again. Looks good. Life in the depths was not easy by any stretch. People hated the hound. The night after I joined, one of ours had been injured. But for the grace of Saint Yune, I thought, and resolved to be alert. Yes, I have to be on my guard. Finn and I were old friends. I didn't want him to see me in a bad shape. Straightened myself up.
Oh, yeah?
Sir Zaxxon grimaced, having seen something of note.
あの男
No!
どこかで見たことがあるな
No bullying my husband! He gestured using his chin. Followed his gaze and noticed Finn trying to retrieve his ration. Sir Zaxxon laughed heartily. He cast me a glance.
そうだ思い出した
Slowly he approached the queue, grinning boldly. What? Hurried after him. Sir Zaxxon, what is it? Finn became aware of Sir Zaxxon and stopped. Sir Zaxxon, still grinning, grabbed him by the collar.
そうだこの情けない顔
貴様のパートナーだな、元下級警察官殿。
Yes, he was. Please release him. Finn was thrown to the ground. The food he had been carrying fell on the ground. Sir Zaxxon!
何を怒っている。望み通り話してやっただろう。
I really hate his guts, you know? Like, his sad backstory wasn't sad at all. Like, ugh! He laughed gleefully and walked up to Finn. His foot stomped down on Finn's hand as he attempted to gather his food.
なあガキ、貴様らが散々ぶち込んできた罪人に紛れて生活するのはどういう気分だ。
What a dickhead.
悲しいもんだな。民に尽くす使命を持つ警察官殿が民を殺すなど情けない。
Please stop!
どうしてやめる。ハウンズへ貴様を送り込んだのはこの男だぞ。この男のせいで貴様は上界から追放され、このゴミために突き落とされたんだ。憎くないのか。俺が貴様なら心底恨むかもな。殺しても殺し足りないくらいに。
My poor Finn! No, I don't hate him. I still think of him as my partner. If you were a police officer too, then you must have had one as well. Please stop, Sir Zaxxon.
パートナーか。奴を特別に思ったことなど一度だってなかった。まったく忌々しい制度だ。
Interesting. I don't think we've heard about this before. So that means we'll delve more into his background story? Interesting.
仕方ない。
No!
貴様に覚悟がないのなら、俺が始末するしかないな。
Stop threatening the man I'm romancing. The fuck?
生きていても虚しいだけだろう。今ここで殺してやろう。
Finn! I reached for my sword, but my eyes met Finn's as he slowly stood up. His glare told me that he didn't want me to do anything. I hesitated.
俺は感触にもかかわらず無実で無抵抗の人を殺した。俺には生きる価値などない。だが自分で死ぬ勇気すらない。哀れで情けない男だ。だから嬉しいです。こんな俺を殺していただけるなんて。罪を背負い続けることも惨めな思いをするのももう嫌だ。早くねえ、楽にしてください。
Sir Zaxxon spat on the ground and sheathed his sword.
興ざめだ。
Aww.
気が変わった。貴様はまだ生かす。生きて無様な姿を晒し続けろ。
He's more easily manipulated than I thought he would be. Finn said nothing and left without gathering his food.
気晴らしをしてくる。貴様は持ち場へ戻れ。
Roger. I wanted to run after Finn, but everyone was watching me. I didn't even call out to him. Reluctantly, I did as Sir Zaxxon had said. Today was a long day. I'd only spent a few hours with Sir Zaxxon, but it had completely worn me out. Vegetable stew, 3 pieces of white bread. Dinner tasted well, which I attributed to my exhaustion. Hope Finn is eating alright. Someone else had made off with Finn's rations. Was he going hungry? Could bring him bread at least. Checked my surroundings and wrapped some of the bread in a handkerchief. I want to talk about today as well. I'll go there later. Girl, you're being so obvious. He's gonna follow you for sure. Pretended to be going out on a night shift and left the headquarters. Sanctuary District at night made for an even worse sight. Starving dogs running around along mostly lightless streets. More crimes happen at night than during the day. I have to be careful. had my hand on the sword hilt, ready to draw it at any moment as I headed to Finn's house. Wait, I kinda low-key wanna save this. Fuck. Never mind. Because the background was pretty, but never mind. My memories were enough to guide me along the narrow streets. Here I have to turn and then... Yes. It's me. Open up. Ah, Zaxton is so following me. I don't like this. Thank goodness. I found it.
どうしてここへ
I wanted to give you something. Finn closed the door and looked at me. Here. I was worried you'd be hungry, so I brought you bread. Eat.
そんな、いいですよ。俺腹は減っていな。
Was there a noise? I want to hear. Take the bread.
そんな、いいですよ。俺腹は減っていな。
I don't hear anything. Take the bread. Finn realized he could not refuse and gave me an embarrassed smile.
ありがとうございます。いただきます。
Sorry, I wish I could have brought you more.
いえ、これで十分です。
You know it isn't. Don't put on an act.
それは、我慢をしなければ、ここでは生きていけませんよ。
That was true. There was nothing else I could say. I just realized you can hear my fan in the background. Holy shit, how long has that been going? Wait. That should hopefully work. Maybe? Hopefully? That was true. There was nothing else I could say. Before I knew what to respond with, Finn had wolfed down the bread. Must have been hungry. Couldn't have been enough. If Sir Zaxton hadn't kept him from getting his food, then... I want to talk to you about what happened at the ration station. Was it true, what you told Sir Zaxton? Do you really want to die?
ああ、まさか。あれは嘘ですよ。適当に言葉を並べただけです。
Yeah, what?
はい。彼のような人間は、抵抗されることに快感を覚えます。
Very smart.
だから、無抵抗で鬱陶しいほど従順になれば、興味が薄れるんじゃないかとかけてみました。
So you agree he could have killed you depending on his mood?
そうですね。その時はその時、運がなかったということで。
Then, you're playing with fire. What am I going to do if you die?
悲しんでくれますか？
Of course, we're...
元パートナーですよ。もうパートナーではありません。あなたは看守、俺は罪人。もう立場が違いすぎます。たとえあなたが警察官に復帰できても、俺はきっと無理です。罪が晴れたとしても官職にはなれないでしょう。多くの信用を失いましたから。
Well, it works now? I'm so sorry. This happens every time, like, my fan gets moved by people, and then I don't know when it's picking up the fan noise and when it's not. Sorry.
ですから、もうここには来ないでくれませんか？俺に会おうとしないでください。構わないでください。見かけても声をかけないでください。
Why?
俺は罪人ですよ。親密にしていることを知られれば、ハウンズでのあなたの立場は悪くなる。それだけじゃない。俺は勘違いしてしまうんです。期待してしまうんですよ。あなたに愛されているのかもしれないと。
I do love you! Oh, this again? Continued to mumble on about whatever it was he was feeling. I'd refused him before, and yet Finn continued to say he loved me.
違うんでしょ？俺のことは何とも思ってないんでしょ？だったら。
It's not true. I do like you. You're my partner. I treasure you as someone I can trust to have my back. We both feel something for the other, even if it's different. But I don't really understand how your love differs from what I feel.
いいですよ。教えてあげます。
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Okay. Wait.
こういうことです。
Already?
いいですよ。教えてあげます。
Sorry. His face was suddenly very close, and his lips touched mine. He softly nibbled at my closed lips. His breath on my skin was hot. I couldn't breathe. I had to open my mouth to draw breath, and something warm slid inside. I could hear its wetness as it explored my mouth.
Kirisu.
That's crazy. Sorry. I'm not okay. Then put his hands on my cheek and kissed me again. His tongue slid inside. I tried to pull my tongue away from him, but he cornered it and chuckled. His tongue wound itself around mine. I couldn't extract it. I had the irrational fear that he was going to eat me. But at the same time, a strange impulse began to well up inside my body. What? Suddenly, it became easier to breathe as I felt his breath against my ear. His tongue traced my ears down to my neck.
俺はね、キリス。ずっとこうしたいと思ってました。指で触れたい。もっと近くで、誰よりも近くで、あなたのすべてを感じたい。
Tongue
あ
battle.
なたを俺で満たしたいと。
Don't ruin this moment for me, Lube. I've been waiting for this for so long. I deserve it.
愛を知りたいなら、教えてあげます。俺が、教えてあげる。
He pecked at my lips and did something to my collar. I regained my... Oh, no way. I regained my composure when I heard cloth sliding off. No. Oh, Finn. Finn stopped and smiled uncomfortably at me.
どうしてですか？知りたくないんですか？
That's not love. What do you mean? I do? But this isn't right.
そうですよ。その良くないことを俺はずっと考えてました。一緒に働いていた頃からあなたを一人の女性として見ていました。罪と知りながら思うことをやめられなかった。説得力はありませんけど、この感情も衝動も死ぬまで隠し通すつもりでした。あなたとの関係を壊したくないから。
Then, don't hide them then. We aren't in the heights anymore. You feel what you feel. I looked at Finn, who was clearly distressed, and continued. I don't know what love is like. I have always thought of you as my patrol partner, and I still do. Nothing more.
はい。そうですよね。
But that was just because anything else was outlawed. I never even thought about it. I don't know what to do now, but I'll think about it. You're important to me.
キルス。ありがとうございます。
Don't look at me like that. It's embarrassing. Don't hug me. Just a little longer. It's hard to breathe, but I feel strangely relieved. Hoping to indulge in the sensation longer, I gripped his clothes.
どうしました？
Alright, just hold me a little longer.
はい。いいですよ。
Romance is progressing fast, but considering how much shit he has to take, like, in other routes, I don't mind. It's late. I promised to meet again, and I left Finn's home. Look, I love the way they shade. Like, I love it's so pretty. I thought I understood Finn, but I never hidden anything from him. So I'd always assumed he had never been hiding anything from me. He had. Finn had felt something special for me. Love. A strange emotion reviled in the heights. But I wanted to give Finn a way forward with his feelings. In a way, I wanted to atone for not understanding him earlier. And it seemed good for myself as well. Hound's place is pretty too. Well, at night. 3 weeks passed. I sensed sunlight on my eyelids and slowly woke up. Is it morning again? I felt like I just went to bed. I stretched myself and got out of bed. I had gotten used to life in the depths. I still didn't like Sir Zaxxon, but we clashed less often. Main reason was the new member we had received the week before. He had his eyes on the new guy by now, so I just had to not run into him. Payday. We got paid? We got money? Thinking I wouldn't run into Sir Zaxxon, I finished dressing and left the room. There was already a line in the ready room. Hounds were paid once a month. Market largely used a barter system, but some of the money sometimes seen there came originally from the hound. It was my first payday. I had no real idea of what anything was worth. Going to take time. Apparently they were slowly crossing off names, and the line moved even more languidly than it did during lunch and dinner time. All I could do was wait, and involuntarily I picked up a conversation behind me.
いやー、今日が給料日で助かったぜ。昨日保護地区の酒場でベロンベロンに酔っ払ってさ、全部吸っちまった。
ああ、バカだなお前。あんな安酒に金を出すなんて。
確かにあそこの酒は最低だ。だがウェイトレスを誘えてさ、久しぶりにいい夜を過ごしたぜ。
あのウェイトレスとお前、年まずきか。
まさか若い方がいいに決まってるだろ。でも保護地区だぜ。襟好みできるかよ。
What a horrible conversation. Eventually, it became my turn. I told the man on duty my name and got a pouch of money. I'll go on a patrol after I finish breakfast, and then... I remembered the little gathering we had been planning for a few days and smiled. Today is going to be a good day. It was evening. My shift was over, I walked briskly to the market. Most of the shops were preparing to close, so I hurried to the one I had to go to. Hi, sorry it took so long.
本当だよ。来ないんじゃないかとヒヤヒヤしたよ。まったく。
Shopkeeper smiled and handed me a brown package.
ほら、頼まれたものだ。落っことすんじゃないよ。
You won't. The money, is this enough? I have no idea what anything was worth and handed the shopkeeper 5 coins.
もちろん。だけどね。
Shopkeeper shrugged and gave me back 3 of them.
これが適正価格さ。
Oh, how kind!
私が良識ある人間でよかったね。
She's such a good girl. It seems so. Thank you.
いいってことさ。その代わり、うちをひいきにしてくれよ。
Well, bye. Glad this worked out. This was impossible to get under normal circumstances. The shopkeeper must have gone to considerable trouble. I hope you like it.
おい
Had a bad feeling. My premonition was on point, sadly. Fucking Zaxxon again. Slowly, I turned around to see Sir Zaxxon.
貴様どこへ行くつもりだ
Still wasn't comfortable facing his piercing gaze and tone. He's not my enemy, just my superior. I just have to be polite. Calm down, I told myself. Does it really matter? My shift is over. It was payday today. We all take this opportunity to cut a little loose. I'm sure you do as well. What point is there to fighting here? Let's not. Goodbye. Smiled at Sir Zaxxon and began to walk away. I worried that he was going to come after me, but he only made a disapproving noise and walked away in the opposite direction. Oh, I was pretty nervous. He's so gonna follow you, girl! Old me would not have been capable of that. I figuratively patted myself on the shoulder for this newly acquired worldliness and turned onto one of the side streets.
Ah, いらっしゃい、キルス。待ってました。
Sorry it took so long.
いえ、むしろちょうど良かったです。今準備を終えたところなので。
Really? Finn smiled, said yes, and followed after me. I can smell fried meat.
何を作っているかはまだ秘密です。あなたが来るので頑張ってみました。
I see. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I looked at the stove and saw something frying. There was also salad. Not all that secret, huh? Innocent excitement was kind of cute, I thought. I'm surprised you got your hands on real meat down here.
はい、かなり高額ですが、いろいろ工面して手に入れました。どうしてもあなたと食べたくて。
So sweet. Finn's elation amused me. I poked him in the back. I have a present for you. Here.
プレゼント。
Nodded and gave him the paper bag.
あれ、見た目より重いんですね。
He put the bag down on the table and carefully removed the paper wrap. I looked at him and joked that the contents weren't dangerous.
これはワインですね。
Wine.
ここへ来てからは初めて見ました。
Whoa.
入手するのは大変だったのでは。
Had a shop in the market bring it in for me. Apparently they make wine beyond the walls. It wasn't easy to get for them either. I have no idea what's good and what isn't. I hope you like it.
あなたからいただくものは何でも嬉しいですよ。ありがとうございます。
Such a sweetheart. He took my right hand and softly kissed it. What are you doing? He let go of my hand and smiled at my surprise.
すぐに用意しますから、座って待っててください。
Sure. And began to gleefully serve dinner. I said nothing more and sat down on the chair. The fingers rubbed the spot he had kissed while I watched him work. I feel restless and embarrassed, but I didn't know why. He didn't do that to me when we were in the Heights. After we had talked it out, I began to visit Finn whenever there was time. As I met him more often, the tension inside me eased. I started having dinner as well sometimes. He didn't kiss me on the lips again. He kissed me on my hand, my hair, elsewhere, and only for a brief moment. I appreciated this because it made breathing easier than having my mouth obstructed. I wish he wouldn't do it as often. It's embarrassing. Something was set in front of me while I was brooding. I looked up. Oh, a minced meat steak.
はい、肉を手に入れたので作ってみました。俺の好物なんです。
Have a favorite dish? Are you a child?
昔よく言われました。 でも本当に大好きで、誕生日の日は決まってハンバーグでした。
Now there's something about remembering this food from the hike as Finn put down my salad and my cup of water.
コップでは雰囲気が出ませんけど、せっかくですからいただいたワインも出しますね。
He removed the stopper and poured wine into my earthenware cup. Wine and food and meat. Some fancy food today.
はい。新しい門出にふさわしいです。
Yeah, he did an opening of your repair shop. He's opening a shop? Aw, honey. Each toasted the other and drank the wine. Hadn't felt the burning sensation of alcohol running down my throat in a long time.
こっちに来てから料理を覚えたので、味は自信ありませんけど、どうぞ食べてください。
Thanks, I will. Extracted a piece of meat with my fork and ate. Outside was nicely crispy, but the inside was soft and well seasoned with salt and pepper. Finn cast me a worried look as he asked about the taste. It's amazing, it's perfect. Finn, you're a great cook.
よかった。安心しました。
Half dexterity you can cook? You have no ends of talent.
それは褒めすぎです。俺はつまらない男ですよ。
No, you're not, sweetie. Don't be shy now. I'm not a great cook, but I could never make something like this. Why did you open a repair shop, though? You could do a lot of different things.
俺はゼロから何かを作るのは不得意ですけど、存在するものを直したり改良したりするのは得意で好きなんです。
Okay, I think I have to go now. Yep, I definitely hear noise. Okay, I have to go. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching, and I
好
will
きな
see
こと
you.
を仕事にできたらいいなって思ったのと、早く自立した生活がしたかったんです。
I'll have to be done here. But thank you so much for everyone who has watched, and I hope to see you guys again next time. Bye bye.